My name is Todd Smith, and I have had the great fortune of working with this company for more than 25 years. Stewart Hughes, our CEO here, was once a member of my upline and then my sponsor until he purchased the company in 2006. And I've been married 30 years, but being partners with him for 25 is like, a record for me. So it's been just great working with Stewart. And here recently, Stewart has made a monster commitment to the Latin American market. And the purpose of this video is to talk about that and to help each of you understand what the true commitment is of Unicity International to the Latin American markets. And Stewart, why don't you tell them kind of the history and the thought process that went into your decision to really make a major commitment, unlike any commitment you've made to any market before, why you're making it to the Latin markets.
Absolutely, Todd. First of all, it's been a great 25 years with Todd. We've had some fun times. We've had an explosive experience in personal development and also, of course, great business success. I'm excited about what we're doing right now. This is a new venture for us, but in an old way. The way being getting all in, getting totally focused, getting totally laser focused on succeeding at a particular specific objective. I tell you, I love working in the Latin American markets. When I was a distributor, I had a business in Mexico, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was one of those experiences what I'll never forget, working in that environment which is so friendly, so upbeat, so optimistic and positive, and there's just a vibrance about the Latin American markets. And I made the decision, it's been probably about 3 months ago. I remember where I was. I was in Singapore thinking to myself, we need to make a serious effort to become a dominant player in the Latin American business. And so I was thinking about that. I made a few phone calls, rerouted my trip back to the United States to come through Miami and meet with some people to start that conversation. And so I ended up going to Miami, met with some of our team, a very small team, of course, but the beginnings of what I wanted to become really a dominant opportunity for us. And so in that conversation, we made some commitments about having an office in Miami and all the different things we were going to do. And then about 2 days later, I get a call from Todd Smith, and he says, hey, well, you were in Miami, I was in Puerto Rico. Let's build this Latin American business. And I thought, this is incredible. I didn't know he was going to be in Puerto Rico. He didn't know I was going to be in Miami. We literally came at this thing at the same time without knowing the other guy was thinking the same thing. That's neat when those things sort of line up together like that. And so we started talking about what we needed to do to create this dominant presence in the Latin American market. Now, Todd is an absolute genius at putting things together. And he made a Todd spreadsheet. He outlined everything that we needed. I think the list was about 75 items that we needed to do.
It was.
Mapped it all out. And I said, no one's better at doing this than he is. He can do this better than anybody. And so I said, listen, I'm going to fund you. You get it done. You tell us what we need to do to get it done. We'll get that done. And literally, within hours of us having that conversation, people, really talented people, some of you watching this video, started calling us and talking about wanting to be a part of this. And it was like, wow, I mean, it's in the etheric, it's out there. People are feeling something change in Unicity without us even saying anything publicly. And so here we are now. This thing is just absolutely crazy. In fact, have you had much sleep in the last 3 weeks?
I told Stewart this morning, I said, I've had the least amount of sleep in the last 3 weeks as I've had in 10 years, but I feel great.
And that's the way it is when you're fired up and you're going after something and you see a clear vision of where you're going and you see that path, how to get there, you know that is living. That is really what life's about. Having a goal that's powerful, significant, meaningful, taking a lot of people with you to that goal, that's where we are right now. So we're excited about this. We're in the middle of driving this right now. We've been in meetings all day today here at the corporate offices in Utah. We've mapped out some very powerful things. We're going to keep driving like this literally every single day until we have the dominant company in the Latin American markets. And folks, I'm telling you, you want to get on this train because we are rolling already, and it's just going to be gathering steam and gathering speed until we are literally the bullet train.
Let me just also say, and that is that when I came to Stewart with the plan and the budget, there wasn't one thing that he said, Todd, how about if we just cut back on this or cut back on that? He said, let's do it. And in 25 years I've been with this company, whether Stewart has been the owner or the previous owners of Rexall Sundown, there's never been a time where there has been this type of focus on a market. An all-in, whatever it takes, let's become the hottest, sexiest, most attractive company in all of Latin America. We've got the resources to do it, we've got the know-how to do it, and we are doing it. And for those of you that decide to team up with us and be part of this, I'm convinced that this is going to be something that will change your life, change the lives of your family, change the lives of people in your community, and part of what we're all passionate about too is helping those who are less fortunate. And I believe this opportunity is going to allow us to touch a lot of people's lives in ways that never had been done before. I think we're on the verge of doing something special, Stewart.
Latin America is going to be big. It's going to be big as a marketplace. It's going to be huge for Unicity. I've done the research on the demographics. I mean, Latin Americans are absolutely, well, I told you, there was China, there was Japan, and the next frontier is Latin America. And we are going to play big there. Hope you join us. Hope you get serious about this thing, because I'll tell you right now, in 5 years' time, you're going to be looking at what you could have done if you didn't. All right, guys, let's fire it up and do it.
Let's do it.